Hello everyone, this is Blade, we're back. Today's video gonna be a little bit special. Today's video not gonna be a gameplay, but I'm gonna show you a few clips, hopefully one, maybe two clips at the end of the video, showing you how to use this type of build, okay? So, the build I'm gonna talk about and the rules I'm gonna talk about is Talon slash Bruiser, okay? So, it's a Bruiser Talon, okay? In my opinion, it's the best build to carry, it's the strongest build to 1v1 in the side lane. Although you don't have a lot of movement speed, you're really strong. You're strong enough to one-shot squishies, control mages, and AD carries, while also be able to fight bruisers if you're ahead, and killing tanks if you're even or ahead. Okay, so this is the build. It helps you a lot to 1v9 games, because you're not an assassin. Because an assassin just jump on the fight, do his combo, kill the AD carry, or kill one person, maybe two, and then jump away. This is not enough sometimes, because if your team is really behind, you actually need to stay in the fight and keep fighting. And Assassin Talon is so squishy, and he does not have a lot of cooldown, so he cannot actually 1v9 the game. However, this build is completely different because it has a lot of ability haste, and you're so tanky with Conqueror Stacks and Black Cleaver. You can actually stay in the fight and kill the AD carry, one-shot the AD carry, one-shot the battle mate, and still sitting in the team fight, killing and doing a lot of damage in the team fight. So this is technically the build, okay? So I'm gonna show you the runes right now. Obviously, gonna take Conqueror. Again, it's better. It scales way better in team fights. Also, compared to the Electrocute. Also, it's better in mid to late game, okay? The Conqueror, okay? It's bad against squishies. It's really good against anyone who's built a little bit defensive, or a bruiser or a tank, okay? Second is gonna go Breath of Mind. The reason why you go Breath of Mind is not really for laning phase, although it does give you some value. It give you a little bit of mana in laning phase, so you can spam your W more. But the main reason why you go Breath of Mind is because of for team fights, for mid to late game. Because the moment you kill one person, you get a lot of mana. So technically in team fights, you kind of have infinite amount of mana. The reason why you want a lot of mana in team fights, because you're gonna spam your abilities a lot. Because your Q gonna be in 3 seconds cooldown, your W also gonna be 3.6, 3.5 seconds cooldown. So you can spam your abilities, or you have 2, 3, 4 rotations of your spells, okay, in one team fight, okay. That's also that's why this is also why we're gonna go Legend of Haste, not Legend of Alacrity. I know some people love to go Legend of Alacrity with Conqueror, so you can auto attack a lot and sack your Conqueror. But in team fight, I would love to have Legend of Haste, so I can have more W, so I can actually target and hit multiple people rather than one person. Okay, so that's why I prefer Legend of Alacrity, and technically it performs better than Legend of I prefer Legend of Haste, and also it performs better than Legend of Alacrity. Okay, the last option is Last Stance, and you can actually take Cut Down. Cut Down is better in laning phase. However, after laning phase, after the first 10 minutes, Last Stance will outperform Cut Down by a lot. It will almost give you double, double the value in team fights. So I will always prefer Last Stance. Okay, so on Countdown. Okay, the last, and we go to the secondary runes. Right now, these secondary runes usually is what I most take is Second Wind and Overgrowth. Second Wind, because most matchups in mid lane gonna be range, gonna be control mages, sometimes auction, like a little bit AD carries, like cheese AD carries, and even if you're playing against like Silas, some matchups, Second Wind can help you a lot. It's always gonna give you value. There's only 3 matchups where I prefer going Bone Plating, which is Kiana, Zed, and Fizz. Those 3 matches I would prefer Bone Plating, because it's actually gonna perform better in laning phase against those 3 matchups. Okay, Overgrowth can make you more tanky in the mid to late game. Again, this build comes online in the mid to late game. Okay, so in the early game it's really weak. You're a little bit weaker than Electrocute or Assassin Talon. However, in the mid to late game, you're way stronger than Electrocute or Assassin Talon, okay? You can actually remove Overgrowth and take Demolish, so you can actually take Tower Plates, but this is only if you have an easy matchup, or you're confident that you're gonna win the matchup, because if you win the matchup, you're gonna get Tower Plates. But still, I don't prefer Demolish, because Talon loves to roam rather than to take Tower Plates. So if I have to take 1 Tower Plates, or let's say a guaranteed roam, I will always take the roam over the 1 plate, okay? If it's a guaranteed kill, or like an objective, I'll always take the roam rather than the plate, okay? So yeah, you can, if you're playing an easy matchup like against Kassadin, Arian Sol, Veigar, Malzahar, you can actually take your secondary runes. You can take actually Domination. You can take Sudden Impact with Relentless Hunter, But you need to win lane. You need to roam a lot because you need to stack your Relentless Hunter before like 15 minutes so you can get a lot of value from it and have a lot of movement speed so you can actually influence the map early game because you have an easy matchup. Okay. So yeah, but the most consistent and the easier and the safer route is definitely the second wind and overgrowth. Okay. So right now we're gonna go to build. When you want to build, is the starting item always gonna be Doran's Blade and Potion. You can actually, this is the best because second wind actually synergizes really well with maximum health, and this is give you 80 maximum health, so you can have more maximum health, so it's gonna heal you more if someone like poke you or attack you. Okay, so it's really good. That's why going Doran's Blade is better, and also give you 3% life steal, so you actually have more sustain from your second wind, Potion, and your Doran's Blade. Then you can have more sustain than longsword and refillable. However, you can still go longsword and refillable, but this is really greedy. Okay, you need actually the only time you go actually longsword and refillable if you have an easier lane or you're confident that you're gonna win the lane. Okay, like you're playing against Kassadin, there's no way Kassadin can outpoke you. There's no way Kassadin can win lane against Talon because you have a lot of MR and you technically counter him. So you can go actually longsword and refillable. It will perform actually better than Doran's Blade. But still, even against Kassadin, I will still go Doran's Blade just to hammer him with auto attacks. Okay. So your starting item gonna be Doran's Blade and refillable. After your first recall can always gonna be if you bought Doran's Blade, your first recall always gonna be refillable potion. Even if you have 350 gold, if you have 350 gold, don't buy longsword. And if you have 330 gold, do not buy. Wait, let me get a lot of gold. If you have 350 gold and you recall your first recall, do not buy longsword and you have Doran's Blade and then go back to lane. This is actually worse. If you buy refillable, you're actually going to be stronger because refillable will give you 200 health, and 200 health is actually better than Ruby Crystal, which costs 400 gold. So this is way cost efficient. Okay, refillable always going to be always going to be on your first pack. Okay, if you haven't used your potion, like your first potion, if you haven't used it, which is really rare, then don't buy refillable because you have one potion. But if you use it, then always buy refillable. Then buy boots. And then buy longsword and just go your first item. Okay, the first item gonna be always gonna be Eclipse. I know Eclipse has a really low win rate, but because it has really low win rate because people are building wrong with Eclipse. Okay, so just trust me a little bit. Eclipse is actually really good with this build. Okay, only with this build. Okay, so you're gonna buy Eclipse. While you're building Eclipse, let's imagine while you're building Eclipse, let's go Eclipse. Like you're buying pickaxe and longsword. Buy tier 1 boots. You should always buy tier 1 boots before you're finishing your first item. Okay, then you're gonna finish Eclipse, and then you're gonna you can actually if you're not ahead, if you're even or behind, you should finish either Bladed Seal or Mercs. Okay, if you're playing against Yasuo, Yone, Aurelia in mid lane and they have an AD carry, auto attack AD carry like Caitlyn, Jhin, you should always go Bladed Seal. Okay, even if you have a lot of CC, you should go Bladed Seal so you can become tankier, so you can go to side lane and actually do a lot of damage. And in team fights, the AD cannot literally just auto attack you and kill you. Okay, that's why you need Bladed Seal. However, if you have like Malzahar mid lane or you have like a Orianna mid lane and they have a Leona, then obviously Mercs will be better. Okay, so but you should always go either Mercs or Bladed Seal. Don't go other boots. Okay, even if you're ahead, don't go other boots. Just those two boots because it make you tanky and it give you actually a lot of value in 1v1. Okay. So yeah, but let's assume we're playing against Aurelia, so I'm gonna go Bladed Seal. Okay, the second item and should always be like the first two items is you should always build them. I don't care. You should always build Profane Hydra. Okay, the reason why Profane Hydra, although we're not gonna go Assassin Talon, the reason why Profane Hydra because it's the best cleaver item. Okay, among all the people that have, it's the best Tiamat item or the cleave item. Okay, it has the highest damage among all items. And it gives you a lot of wave clear. And this is really important when going Profane Hydra. Give you lethality, will give you more damage, give you ability haste, and it has 60 attack damage, but mainly for the wave clear. And also give you a lot of damage from the active. Okay? The active gives you a lot of damage in the late game. Okay? So Profane Hydra helps you clear because you're gonna finish Profane Hydra around 15 minutes, and 15 minutes is when you technically swap with your bot lane. So you're gonna go to the side lane, so you can push the wave really fast and take jungle camps. Okay, Profane Hydra is not just give you its good stats and the highest AD item compared in damage. It also gives you a lot of gold. It increase your gold income per minute, because you clear waves really fast. So you can see jungle camps, you can roam, you can rotate, you can do a lot of stuff, you can recall, because you can clear waves really fast. And also it saves your mana, because you don't want, if you have a lot of, like, if you can target a lot of minions and clear waves by using your active, you don't need to use two Ws or Q. You just can use your Profane Hydra and then just recall. So it saves a lot of mana, okay? So it can help you stay in the map longer because you have mana, okay? So that's why Profane Hydra is really, really important. People underestimate how important wave clear is. If you clear waves, it's really, really broken. That's why you should always go Profane Hydra, and it gives you a lot of damage. The second item gonna be is Black Cleaver. The third item gonna be Black Cleaver. Although Black Cleaver does not give you a lot of AD, it gives you all the stats that you want. You want HP, give you make you tanky. You want ability haste, which obviously you can spam your abilities. Give you all the low AD, but still give you 40 AD, and give you armor shred, which is really, really important. It can also give you a little bit movement speed. It's not really important. You rarely feel it, but sometimes it actually will matter. But mainly for the armor shred, okay? It gives you all of the stats that you want. Make you tanky, give you armor shred, so you can stack. But the main thing, the advantage that you have on Cerulda's Grudge is you're tanky and you can apply the shred on multiple people in team fight. Cerulda's Grudge can only does not. Yes, you do more damage in short amount of time when you have Cerulda's Grudge, but you're really squishy, and you cannot actually help your team. So if I'm playing against Nasus, I can literally just spam W on him because I have 3 seconds W when I finish the build. I'm gonna show you. When I finish the build, I'm gonna have 3 seconds W. So I can just keep applying the shred, Black Cleaver shred. So my AD carry or my mage can, or my like range champions can actually help them to burst the Nasus. Okay, that's why Black Cleaver is really, really important in team fights. Anyway, the last two items gonna be Ma and Death Stance. It depends. What order you build, it depends on that team. If you're playing mid lane and the enemy team has a Fed Aurora, you should always buy Fed Aurora. You should buy Ma as your fourth item. Okay. If the enemy AD carry is fed, then you should buy Death Stance as your fourth item. Okay. So this is technically gonna be the build. Eclipse, Profane Hydra, Black Cleaver, Ma, Death Stance, depends on the order, okay? And the ADC. So right now, if you look at the stats, let me go full max health. Max level. So right now, max level, I have 185 health, and I also have almost 114 MR. Don't forget, I have an MR shield with 10% Omnibab for 3 seconds, while also getting shield from the Eclipse, Profane Hydra, more damage, and I have that 30% bleed. The damage I take is 30% bleed, so I'm so tanky. There's no assassin in the game that can 1v1 Talon. If they go full lethality and you go this build, they cannot 1v1 you. It's impossible to burst you. It's legit impossible. So this is mainly the build. So it helps you to 1v1 in the side lane technically. And in team fights, you can apply a lot of shred, a lot of damage. Okay. So when you finish the build, what combo do you use? Wait, let me stack all my runes. Let me stack my runes. I fully stack my runes. Although give me 25 ability haste, it actually does not count the Legend of Haste. Okay. So what combo should I use in this on Talon? Okay. What combo should I use on the Bruiser Talon? If you do WQR, if you do, wait, cancel my auto. Okay. If you do WQR, if you do this combo, this is bad because look how much damage you did. 3.5k. This is bad. This is you're playing like an assassin. This is not how you're supposed to play the build. I'm also gonna show you a clip after this on how to use the build. Okay, the way you use the build is since you have a lot of ability haste and your Q is legit in 3 seconds cooldown and your W is 3.6 seconds cooldown. What you should do in this build, you should Q auto W Profane Hydra and then R and then wait for your next Q and then you Q proc your passive. Okay, so you have maximum shred. You're gonna proc your Eclipse twice. You're gonna use your Profane Hydra. You can use your Profane Hydra early because they remove the execute, so it does not matter when you use it. As long as you use it, it's fine. And you use your Q and W twice, and while having full Conquest stacks. So again, just for people so can see, let me remove the refresh ability haste. Okay, so I'm gonna Q auto W Profane Hydra and then R. And then Q again, and then proc passive, and then I can W again. I have full Conquest stacks, Black Cleaver shred, and I proc my Eclipse most likely twice, and then Profane Hydra. This is the maximum damage. You can do 5.8k, for almost 6k, almost double the damage. Okay, because you can use multiple rotation of your abilities, of your spells. You can use your Q twice, your W twice, and it's 3 seconds cooldown. You should use your invis. When you are, you should not just immediately attack, but stay on your invis so you can wait for your second Q, and then so you can Q again, okay? So you can do the maximum amount of damage. I don't want the video to be too long, but this is generally the combo. I'm gonna show you the second section. I'm gonna show you how to use the build in actually a real game, okay? Take care, everyone. Hello, everyone. This is the second segment. So I'm gonna show you how to use the build. Obviously, this is the last video I uploaded on my YouTube channel. It's the last video. You can go watch all of it if you want. For the most part of that video, I played the build correctly, almost in all situations except some. In this section, I'm gonna show you some mistakes I did while using the build. Okay? Because again, I'm so used to playing Lethality Talon or Assassin Talon. Sometimes I actually use combos for Assassin rather than Bruiser Talon, and I'm gonna show you my mistakes here in this clip. I'm gonna show you my mistakes of using the build wrong. Okay, so let's watch the video. Okay, let's watch the clip. So I jump on the Udyr, I killed him. I have 6 stacks on Conqueror. If you watch bot lane, and look what I did. I flash W, Q, proc my passive, and with Black Sheet I did. Okay, so what did I do wrong there? I did something wrong. Okay, I used the wrong combo. Okay, so if you go back, watch what I did. I jumped over the wall, and then look what I did. I flashed W. This is bad. This is bad. The reason why this is bad because I'm using an assassin combo on a Bruiser Talon. This is bad. I should never flash W. I use flash W then R, and then she flashed. The Caitlyn flashed. Then I use my Q and proc my passive. This is an assassin combo. Assassin passive. This is an assassin combo, by the way. This is an assassin combo. Okay, this is bad because I'm not playing assassin. I'm not fully lethality. I cannot one-shot people. Like, not one-shot people, not with one rotation of spells, okay? I only one-shot her because I was so far ahead. I was literally 4 levels ahead, and I had 15 kills, okay? Because I got fed in the early game, and if you get fed in the early game, it's just done, because you're gonna go outscale everyone, okay? So yeah. So what should I have done here? I should have jumped over the wall, and then I should have flashed, and then I should have used my Q, then W, and then she's gonna auto-attack me, but that's fine, because I have Plated Seal, and I have the component that give me also armor, because I'm building Death Stance as my last item. Okay, so I'm so tanky. I also have like 3.3k health. Okay, so I was tanky. I can tank like 3, 5, 6 auto attacks with her abilities too. Even headshot, I will still be able to tank them. So I should use flash, then Q her. She's also gonna flash, and then I should use W, then R. Then I'm gonna Q her again, proc passive, and she should die. Okay? This is what I should use multiple rotations. I should use my Q twice and my W twice to kill the Caitlyn, and not do this combo. The only reason I was able to one-shot the Caitlyn with this combo, with this bad combo that you saw in the video, because I was far ahead. If I was even with Caitlyn, let's imagine I was level 16 and Caitlyn was level 16, I need to use my Q twice and my W twice to be able to one-shot the Caitlyn. Okay? But I'm also so tanky that the Caitlyn cannot kill me. And also I'm gonna use my R self so she cannot auto-attack me. So this is how we use how to kill the AD carry. So this is a bad combo. Okay? I still managed to kill her because I was fed. But if she was even with me, I need to use the Bruiser combo to be able to one-shot the Caitlyn. Okay? So again, the combo that I'm gonna say again is jump over the wall. I should flash, I should use Q, then W, and then I use R, and stay in self, wait for my next Q, and then Q, auto proc my passive, and then W again, and then hammer her with auto attacks, okay? Then auto attacks, okay? This is the combo I should use. 2 Qs, 2 Ws. And if you do this, you're gonna proc your passive having full combo, full Conqueror stacks, and full Black Cleaver shred. And you're gonna one-shot any squishy. If you do this combo, I don't care what they have. If they have Jack Show, if they have Stopwatch, you're still gonna be able to one-shot them. Bruisers, you might need to extra autos or maybe a 3rd Q to kill them, okay? But a squishy like Caitlyn or Educator or a Mage, you're just gonna one-shot them, okay? That is it, guys. Subscribe if you enjoy the video, or if you found this video helpful, and take care, everyone.